Welcome. It's your girl V from Drinking Tea with V, and we are here now locked in at the best place to be. Hey, on a Sunday, on a fun day, any day, have it your way, honey. And today we are talking about a very important topic for this week, as we are now still currently in Women's History Month. And so the topic for this week is a seat at the table is not enough. It's a stride. We're making good strides. But honey boo boo, it is not enough. But yeah, I promise to bring you the tea every single week. So we're gonna talk about this. But let me get into some more tea that is not only weekly, but is also daily. Make sure that you go and follow me on my Instagram and like my Facebook page, because there you get daily shenanigans, what I'm up to, giving you a sneak peek, behind the scenes stuff. Yes, because I get to tell you I get to share a lot more, and you get a daily motivational quote, inspiring, just thought-provoking, whatever, but you get a daily quote every single day, of course, because it's daily. Duh. But besides that, I also share a lot that I don't get to share here in the episode. So make sure that you head on over and make sure you check out my stories, because not everything is on the posts and stuff like that. The stories is where it's hot, boo. The stories is where it's hot. But yes, besides, oh wait, let me take off. I had a timer on, and let me cancel it. Yes, cancel. So yes, that is the daily tea. But what I serve up now today for you on a platter, honey. Let me cater to you, baby. This is your show. So yes, what I serve up to you on a platter every single week is we start off firstly with flavor of the day. Secondly, it is all about the gratitude moment of the week. And so we get on into the topic after that. But today's flavor of the day is boo. Talking about immuno boosting goodness. It stayed there and it's steeped for a good while. So it's like strong. Okay? This is, can you see it? It's fresh mint, fresh ginger, and the combination is just heavenly. It's like fresh, spicy goodness with some agave in there as well. I'm telling you, it's good when it's hot. It's good when it's cold. But yeah, so that is a flavor of the day. And now for my gratitude moment of this week. Well, so much to be thankful for. Which one I'm gonna go with? Hey, okay. So I was able to. First of all, I am grateful for being able-bodied, to be able to go out in the city and just roam and have an adventure. It was awesome. It was a perfect day. It was sunny, and Sun and V, Sun and your girl V. Ooh, we come to whenever it's sunny, my whole mood lifts. I am so much more like, yes, give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. But yes, when that song came out and I was out and about and just being able to go and enjoy some art, and it was street art, and I think that was my highlight of the week. It was awesome. I had a good time, and they should do some more of that stuff. Like, it was just like finding those different gems. You see the city from in a different light. Anyway, you go and also find out a lot more areas where you wouldn't naturally end up going if you had no business going there. And so it was cool. It was a blast. So I would say during this time, I know it's all about like, yes, like skill up, do this, do that. Some people are just in survival mode, but go out and enjoy the things that you can do. That for me was a focus on not only the things that are not possible, but also in this case, what is possible. And it was free 99. It was a cool project, and I hope they continue to do a lot more of that, because I was like, I got to show you one of the pieces, but it's almost about 30 pieces in total, art pieces. And it was beautiful. My day was just whoo. Yes. But anywho, that was our flavor of the day, our ginger mint agave, and being able to just enjoy art as a gratitude moment, even in the panorama, like people like to say, to avoid certain words. But now let's head on over into the topic of this week, which is so highly, it's real, raw, and relevant, especially relevant now in these times. We just had an election here in the Netherlands, and so I am so happy for one of our Caribbean countries' own. Yuri Vaita got a seat at the table in Parliament, and I'm like, go girl. I'm not gonna discuss anything here that I think that I was being I don't think it was too critical. I was just being observant, but also critical at the situation and everything that played at hand, that is playing hands in hand, hand in hand, not hands in hand, hand in hand. And but I'm really happy that Jorien Ruiter ended up getting a seat at the table here in the Netherlands in the Dutch Parliament. But anywho, so let me quickly get my notes because I jotted down something. You know, like when you get those moments and you are inspired and you just have to write down certain things. But yes, so this is a quickie episode. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it sweet. And the reason why I feel like having a seat at the table is not enough. It is a start. We're into the topic right now, by the way. Having a seat at the table is not enough because we have now taken steps. There are people in women in leadership position, and also now Black women. Representation matters, all that good stuff. But the reason why it is still not enough, and people are like, oh yeah, but what you want? It's like, boo-boo. Slavery has been over for a little over 100 years, but the remnants of it is still present today. And yes, we have come a long way also for women, where women's rights are concerned, but we still have a long way to go because there are so many remnants that are still blocking the progression of women in leadership, women in management positions. And so I think let's discuss it. It's Women's History Month, and I'm gonna be blunt with you. Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay. So when it comes to women being in leadership positions, or end up joining quote unquote the boys club, what tends to happen is that there are still certain language that's being used. Oftentimes women are spoken to with sexual innuendos and derogatory terms when it comes to women. And another point is also the fact that there's an internal bias that stays lingering with women and their capacities and capabilities to take on certain things, and it is tiresome, it is annoying, and so I feel like it still needs to be addressed. The fact is that, okay, we have women, but are we being respectful towards them? Are we respecting them in their role? Are we respecting their capabilities? Are we just being respectful, period? I'm tired of having this conversation, but time and time again, I still see, and I also experience, and this is not only just a story I'm just plucking from the internets of things somewhere, but the internet of things, anyway, the internet somewhere, but it has also happened to me in several different occasions. Being in different boys clubs, and the language that is being used there, I'm like, okay, so the fact that I'm here and y'all still continuing on this. And I think continuing on with that kind of talk, they were like, oh yes, boys with boys, blah blah blah, but then still y'all want to get really pissed at Donald Trump when he was talking about grabbing them by the pussy and blah 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 blah. It's like, oh yes, outrage. And then when he like, oh yes, I just chalk it up to like, oh yeah, but this is just locker room talk. And you know, the fact that men don't hold each other responsible for these kind of things, y'all gotta come better. Y'all gotta come better. And what I saw this week, last week, what I saw last week that popped up also as a meme, there was like a line which said, protect your daughters, and then there's a line through it, and underneath there was written, educate your sons. We need to educate our sons, we need to educate our men, we need to educate everybody, because sometimes it's not, the sad part is that it doesn't only come from men, it also comes from women. The mindset, the questioning of capabilities, the derogatory language, the slurs, the this, the that. Is like it's we need to do better. We as a people, we as a human race need to do better. So I also continuously, question myself, put myself in positions where I'm like, okay, what would you have done in this and that case, and go through different cases. And also just in my daily life, I question and reflect. I question myself and reflect a lot. And so that's why I also noted where I was also going along with certain things is like, but can I give an example? I don't have one like right off at the top of the dome. Okay, so yeah, so I was working in this I was put together in this team, and so happens, like that was like changing all the time. And so I happened to come into a team where we had to collaborate with, it was 5 of us, and it happened to be 5 women. One, like immediately, I want to say like one time, she was like, yeah, such a Caribbean thing to say, one time. But immediately there was one person like, oh my God, it's all women, it's gonna be an issue, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. It's like, I'm like, girl, why don't you just relax? Like, what is that even about? And I had to, in that moment, I mean, it wasn't me myself personally where that I was talking in this manner, but it was like, no, but I spoke to my own kind. I spoke to the woman and was like, what's this about? Because it's not necessarily like it's gonna be a bickering or a fighting or a cat fighting or whatever situation. Why does it have to be a situation because it's a group of women? Really? So me saying that, she was like, yeah, well, it's just from experience. That I'm like, no, but if you're coming in with that kind of an attitude, with that kind of a vibe, then guess what is gonna happen? Self-fulfilling prophecy. Hello. So I think we as women also need to take responsibility for the women among us, and men, I feel like you should also take responsibility for the men that are around you. When you hear them talking a certain way, they be like, nah, cut that out, like that is so So in that sense, that is I feel like that is what we should do. Keep each other responsible, and let's level up. Let's just level up. But anywho's, that was it for this week. I want to wish you a really fantabulous week. Be fabulous, stay fit, and of course, go out, shine a light, be a positive influence, positive impact. Let us level up together, and let's give more women seats at the table, because I feel like this is where it's at, boo. This is where it's at. I'm loving it. I'm really, really loving it, and I am now loving it. I'm loving this tea, and I am going to go for it and enjoy. So you be fab, stay fit, and have a fantabulous week. Mwah. Bye.